Hi guys, and welcome back to this journey towards excellent exam results. In these shorter revision videos, we are going to be breaking down the different concepts within the GCSE Geography specification. The aim of this is to help us understand the concepts better and to give us the information and confidence we need to answer exam questions. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the characteristics of the taiga. Where is it located and why? What are the plant and animal adaptations in the taiga? Okay, let's get started.
So what is the taiga or boreal forest like? Now, before we begin, I'd like to mention that the taiga biome is also referred to as the boreal biome or boreal forest, and is also referred to as the coniferous forest. So those three are interchangeable. It's either called the taiga, boreal, or coniferous forests. Okay, so where are they found? They are found between 50 to 70 degrees latitude. So they are sort of in the mid latitudes, mid to upper latitudes, and they are mostly in the northern hemisphere. So places like Canada, and the boreal forest is the world's largest biome. What is the climate like then? So the climate is seasonal. There are short, wet summers and long, cold, dry winters. And during the winter, the snow will remain on the ground for many months. So because we have short, wet summers, it means that the growing season also is very short, because we know that the trees require that sunlight and require the water to be able to grow. And because of that short wet summer, then that growing season is very short, and the animals and plants in these particular areas have adapted to those kinds of conditions. So what are the plant adaptations? So the first one is that the trees are cone shaped. So the kind of vegetation that you get here, as you can see from this photo here, the trees are cone shaped. So the shape of the trees that we would use as Christmas trees, and the reason for that cone shape is so that the snow can slide off the branches easily without snapping those branches. So that is the reason for the cone shape. Then the branches are also flexible. That's the second adaptation. So they bend downwards in the winter to get rid of snow and avoid breaking. Then the third adaptation is that they have waxy, needle-like leaves. So the wax coating helps protect them from snow and reduces water loss during the long, dry winters. Then in terms of the roots are shallow and quite wide, and this is to avoid the permafrost, so that they can continue to have the ability to support the tree. Now, permafrost basically refers to the condition where the ground is permanently frozen, and because of that, the trees cannot go very deep into the ground because they would be going into the permafrost. So the roots are shallow. They are sort of nearer to the surface than much deeper into the ground. Then we have the biomass, we have the nutrient cycle here, like we had for the tropical rainforest. Now, the biomass in the taiga's nutrient cycle is a lot smaller, as you can see. And this is due to that shorter growing season. So the plants here don't get an opportunity to grow all year round like the ones in the tropical rainforest, because we said in the tropical rainforest that it's hot and wet all year round. But here, the growing season is very short because of those short wet summers. Then we have the litter. Now, the litter here is bigger, and the reason for that is the colder conditions. Now, we said that for decomposition to take place, you need that sunlight well, the warmth rather, and you need water. But because that is limited here in terms of the sunlight and the warmth, then that decomposition is not taking place as rapidly as it would in the rainforest. Then we have the soil here, and it's a really small store, as you can see here. And this again is due to the low precipitation and the slower chemical weathering as well that is taking place. We know that weathering takes place in warmer environments, or takes place a lot more rapidly in warmer environments. And because this is a much colder environment, the weathering is taking place a lot slower. So it's not adding, the soil is not getting as many nutrients from that weathering, because it's almost not present. And the little of it that takes place is during that short wet summer. And this all means that the NPP rates are low. So NPP refers to the net primary productivity. And the net primary productivity here is referring to the amounts of energy that the trees are taking in and what they are giving off in terms of transpiration and so on. So in the tropical rainforest, the net primary productivity is very high because we have a lot of input from the sun all year round. But here in the Taiga biome, that net primary productivity is low because there is a short growing season. Now, what about the animal adaptations then in the Taiga biome? So due to those long winters, long and dry winters, the animals will have to hibernate. So the bears can actually hibernate for 3 to 7 months without eating or drinking. That's quite a long time. And then there's also migration here as an adaptation. So many birds will move away from the taiga during the winter and then return in the summer. And then the third adaptation, animal adaptation, is that the animals here tend to have thick, oily fur. And that means that the snow and water will slide off the animals so that they can maintain their body temperature.
That brings us to the end of this video on the characteristics of the taiga. I hope that you have found the information insightful and useful. I have also done a video covering the whole of topic 8 on forests under threat. It will pop up as one of the suggested videos at the end of this one and can also be found in the Forests Under Threat playlist. Videos on all the other subtopics within this topic are also in that playlist. There is also a playlist for the next topic, consuming energy resources. Thanks once again for joining in this journey towards excellent exam results. All the best and see you again soon. Bye-bye.